Hello, students. Welcome back to CredenceLaw. In this video series, we are going to discuss Constitutional Law 2 syllabus analysis with its expected questions unit wise. Speaking of the Constitution, it's about the executive emergencies and the emergencies, federalism. Okay. Speaking of the first unit is about federal system. As you all know, India is a federal country where there is a division of power between center and the state. So the concept of federalism is determined in its three relations between center and the state. One is legislative relation, second one is administrative, and the third one is financial relation. Legislative relation is given under Article 245 to 255. Administrative is dealt under 256 to 263, and financial relation is from 264 to 291. After the federal system and its relation with center and the state, the next concept, which is important from the examination point of view also, that is freedom of trade, commerce, and intercourse, which is given in Article 301 to 307. This concept have been adopted from Australian Constitution to encourage the free flow of trade and commerce. It is Article 301 which states trade, commerce, and intercourse throughout the territory of India shall be free. It is important, and from Article 301 we have certain articles, Atyabari case, state of Assam case, and then Sanjivaya case. Okay. After three relations, we have freedom of trade, commerce, and then it's official language. Official language is again important for the short note. Official language is dealt under Article 343 to 351. It is given in 8th schedule of Indian Constitution. India has two official languages, that is Hindi and English, and 22 scheduled languages as per the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution. After this, we have Panchayat Raj and municipalities. Concept of Panchayat Raj was added to Indian Constitution in the year 1992 through 73rd Amendment, and it was through 74th Amendment the concept of municipal corporations have been inserted. So basically, the concept of Panchayat and municipality was inserted through 73rd and 74th Amendment in the year 1992. Sometimes they'll ask you to mention about the constitutionality of the local self-governments, municipality, Panchayat, 73rd Amendment, 74th Amendment. It is all about the same thing. The municipality panchayat. Okay. Then comes the Article 370, which may be asked for the short question. Article 370 grants a temporary provision to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. It allows Jammu and Kashmir to have their own constitutional constitution, flag, and autonomy over internal matters. But this was revoked. This concept was revoked. 370 is no more in existence. It was revoked. And then there is this concept of Article 371J. 371J was inserted in Indian Constitution by 98th Amendment Act of 2012, which gives special provision for Hyderabad, Karnataka region of the state of Karnataka. It is to address the socio-economic backwardness of Hyderabad, Karnataka region. It includes the districts of Gulbarga, Bidar, Raichur, Koppal, Yadgir, and Bellary. It's again important for the short note. 371J is important for the short note. From the first unit, it's basically about three relations between center and the state, commerce, trade, 301, and then official language, local self-government, municipality, Panchayat Raj, and then Jammu and Kashmir and special status to Hyderabad region, Hyderabad Karnataka region. So these are the certain expected questions from the first unit: administrative and legislative relation, Panchayat, 73rd, 74th, financial, colorable legislation. Okay. Then comes the second unit. In the second unit, first it's about the president. President of India is considered to be the first citizen of India. He is the symbol of unity, integrity, and solidarity of the nation. President of India exercises certain functions which are of following nature. One is executive function, legislative function. In the legislative function, there's one very important function which president performs, that is ordinance making power. Ordinance making power is when the parliament is not in session, when Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha are not in session, at that point of time, president is going to make the law in that particular situation. And then we have financial powers, judicial powers, military power, pardoning power, emergency power of the president. And then bicameralism. Bicameralism is Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, We will have to study in detail the composition of Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, and then the Prime Minister, Chief Minister, Council of Ministers. These are the three important questions from the short note point of view. So these are the certain expected questions from the second unit. President, powers, privileges of the members of the parliament, chief minister, Rajya Sabha, bicameralism, governor, composition and functions of the parliament. And then comes the third unit. From the third unit, it's about the parliament and state legislature. And we also have a very important concept called anti-defection law. Anti-defection law was enacted in 1985 through the 52nd Amendment Act of 1985. It is a part of 10th schedule of Indian Constitution, and it's a prevention of Ayaram Gayaram politics. Ayaram Gayaram politics, actually it implies frequent floor crossing by legislators in the party. What happened? It was in the year 1967. Haryana MLA who was named Gayalal, he changed his political party twice in a night. Like he changed the political party from Congress to United Front, from United Front to Congress. Within a night, he changed the parties three times. After this incident, which took place in 1967, finally the Parliament of India enacted the amendment to the Constitution and they inserted this Anti-Defective Act through 52nd Amendment. It is again important with a short note, maybe a long note question, but it's important. And then comes the concept of judiciary. From the judiciary, jurisdictions are important. Two jurisdictions are way too important. One is original jurisdiction, other one is appellate jurisdiction. And then transfer of judges. And okay, these are the certain expected questions. Jurisdictions of the Supreme Court, transfer of judges, deputy speakers, deputy speakers, and then money bill, procedure for passing money bill and ordinary bill, original jurisdiction. And then it's just a quick information about the classes available. If you are in need of notes, classes, and guidance, you can contact to the number given 7019560214. And then the fourth unit. From the fourth unit, it's basically about UPSC, Election Commission, and tortious liability of the state, contractual liability of the state. Speaking of the UPSC, in the UPSC, there is one particular concept called doctrine of pleasure. Doctrine of pleasure is dealt in Article 308 to 323, where it talks about all persons who are the members of defense service, civil service of the union, and all India service must hold office during the pleasure of the president. That's the doctrine of pleasure, which is given in Article 310. And then election commission, functions of the election commission, which is a part of Article 324 to 329A. And tortious liability of the state, that the state can sue others and others can sue the state. And we have contractual liability. Any contract which is entered by the state, it is to be specifically entered in the name of the president and the governor. Left to it is again dependent upon the jurisdiction. If the contract is central based, it is the president who is going to enter into the contract on his behalf. All right. Then comes the state. If it is state-based contract, then governor is going to enter into a contract. That is contractual liability of the state. And then it's just the expected questions. One is the tortious liability, contractual liability, administrative tribunal is important with a short note, UPSC, doctrine of pleasure, election commission, and then comes the last unit. Speaking of the last unit, well, first one, we have emergency, types of emergency. There are three types of emergency. National emergency given in Article 352. National emergency can be imposed by the president where there is a threat to the nation because of three factors: war, external aggression, armed rebellion. And then state emergency is given in 356. 356, when president is not in, it's not president, it's actually the governor. When the governor of the state is not in a position to carry out the function as per the constitutionality, then the parliament's rule will come into picture. That is state emergency dealt under Article 356. And financial emergency, when there is a financial threat to the nation, then financial emergency is imposed by the president. Then amendment, there are three types of amendments: amendment by the simple majority, amendment by the special majority, amendment by the special majority with the ratification of the case, with the ratification of the states. Then comes basic structure doctrine, which is a part of Keshavananda Bharati versus state of Kerala. You can bring changes to the constitution, but the basic structure cannot be destroyed. The basic structure should not be touched. And then a judicial review, they've asked in few question papers, will be prepared for that question as well. So if you are in need of the detailed discussion for all this, you can contact to our team on the given number. And these are the few practical oriented questions. Yeah. See you all in the next video series. All the best for your